It's about 9:30 on Friday, the 28th of August, 2015, and I'm going to start a series of videos of what we've been doing the last 3 weeks. I haven't put any videos up. I've been making videos the whole time. We've been very, very busy. It was very much, it was rather strenuous and took a lot of time to do what we did. And what we did was to restore the floor, the 100-year-old spruce floor in the library. The library is up on the 3rd floor, and it is the last room in our house that needs to be renovated. It is still more or less a ruins. But we wanted to get the floor done because that makes the most dust. It makes a real mess. So we rented the machines about 2 weeks ago, and I'll take you through the process of what we went through getting the floors in a condition where we can now oil them. I'm going to take you back and start out a little earlier, namely almost 2 years ago, when I removed the covering that was on the floor. There was a layer of PVC vinyl and some 1-inch thick particle boards covering the flooring. And I made videos on how I removed those, but I put a couple of still shots in here, and you can see what it took to get those off. Then I'll take you up to the beginning of the work that we did about 10 days ago, when we rented the machines to sand the floors. So here we go. Okay, this is what we were dealing with. You can see the PVC. I've removed part of the PVC and the wood board there at the door. And there was a layer of like sand material underneath it as well. Here you can see I used a floor jack to pry up the boards because they were so difficult to remove. Each board had about 12 wood screws holding it into the floor. Here, as you can see, one of the boards that I pulled up all the way. I had to cut them up then, of course, to get them out of the house because actually wound up throwing them out the window. Throwing all those boards out the window was the most fun of the project. In any case, that takes us up to about 2 weeks ago. And now you see here what we had to do after that. We had to remove this felt. It's actually like tar paper. And we pulled it off and scraped it off and used these little Bosch mechanical scrapers, electric scrapers, to get rid of it. The floor then looked like this, which is what it is a layer of this bitumen, this kind of tar, and beneath the tar is a layer of cement, concrete. It's a mass that's used to flatten the floor so that they can put those boards on top. Well, we had to get that cement off, and I made the mistake of thinking it would be possible to sand it off with the big sander. I didn't realize that it was as thick, up to 5 or 6 millimeters, as it was. So we'll see then what had to be done. We'll start the videos that I made in the last weeks now, and do the talking. Let the videos do the talking. Enjoy. Thanks much for watching. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday, the 11th of August, 2015, and what you see is what I'm doing. What I need to wear to do what I'm doing. Knee protectors, eye protectors, ear protectors, nose protectors. We're finally getting to back to the library here that we've put off working on since January. Well, when did I have my operation? Yes, in January. We haven't been able to do anything. I was in the hospital for 5 weeks, and then Karen broke her arm, and then of course it was time to begin the garden work and the outdoor work, and as a consequence this room just stayed the way it was. If you've ever played Fallout, this room is a little bit like the rooms that are portrayed in Fallout after hundreds of years after Armageddon. Looks that way anyway. What I'm doing right at the moment is using the angle grinder with number 16, that is 16 grit paper, to remove the rest of the cement and bitumen and whatever is on the floor there, so that I can get to the nails that hold the floorboards down to the beams below. They're in rows. You can see the row that two rows that I've done in the back there. I'll try to get the tripod in here. You can see here, this is the same as we did on all the other rooms, 1,000 square feet. You can see here, I believe there, for instance, is a nail. There are nails visible there, yeah. Those nails, 2 per board, and there are 7 rows of them, and there are 37. Anyway, there are 500 nails that need to be countersunk. These nails have to be countersunk. Otherwise, if you go through with the belt sander, you destroy the belt very quickly. It's necessary to countersink these big nails, and they have kind of big heads, so it's very difficult. I invented, I developed a device for myself because I have a tremor that is so bad that I can't really hold the countersink or punch on the nail head. I have to use a little device for doing that. I'll show you that again. I even made a video about it about 1.5 years ago, or 2 years ago. And I'll show you that when I get that far again. This all has to be done. Today is Tuesday. This has to be done by the weekend. It has to be done at the very latest on Friday, because we've rented the machines for Friday, Saturday, or actually for Saturday and Sunday. I hope we have them early enough on Friday that we'll be able to do some work then too. The machines are a big, about 300-pound belt sander, and then a disc sander, a big disc sander, and also an edge sanders that will be used for going along the edges of the baseboard there, where you can't get with the big machine, along the baseboard there. Karen wanted to leave these baseboards in. Well, it's less work for me. It's going to take a lot of work for her to sand them down and prepare them for paint, but that's what she wanted to do. So I'm doing this 7 rows. I finished only 2 now, and I would like to get the other 5 done today, but I don't know. It's very difficult. I have to work on my knees, and with my various ailments and maladies, it's kind of a struggle to stay on my knees long enough to get a whole row done at one time. So when I get along a little further, I'll show you. I won't bother showing you doing the work because it's so dusty. It makes such an enormous amount of dust in here that the camera would just wouldn't show anything anyhow, and it wouldn't be good for the camera either. So I'll take the camera out and then get back to this, and when I've got maybe when I have it done, I'll bring you around again. Okay, see you soon.